Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today, I'm going to be teaching you how to use a hot glue gun. It's very simple, it's very easy to do, and I'm just going to walk you through some of the steps. So right here, I have a Shore Bonder hot glue gun in front of me. This is the pro model of it. You can buy this at Hobby Lobby, Michaels, Walmart, I believe, sells hot glue guns. The only place I have found that sells Shore Bonner hot glue guns is Hobby Lobby. That's where I got this one. I will try to link this down in the description, and I will try and find an Amazon link for it. These, in my opinion, are the best kind of hot glue guns to get because they heat up really well. Funny enough, most Walmart hot glue guns never get one from Walmart. Always get a Shore Bonner, your Thank Me Later. The Walmart ones do not heat up as much as a Shore Bonner does. I don't know if I got a faulty model or not, but I bought one from Walmart and it did not heat up to melt the glue inside of it. I got some drips of glue out of it, but that was it. So let me up as much as a Shore Bonner does. I don't know if I got a faulty model or not, but I bought one from Walmart and it did not heat up to melt the glue inside of it. I got some drips of glue out of it, but that was it. So let me teach you how to use this one. So first off, a few safety tips. It's always important to not touch a bunch of stuff on this. So good thing to use is your handle right here. Using this handle right here, you can go straight up, and everything this point and beyond is going to be very hot. This point and before, you can touch fine. It will start to heat up. Everywhere beyond here will heat up a little bit, but once you get past this handle line right here, it's going to really burn if you touch it. Whatever you do not touch this. It's very important that you do not touch the tip. That will burn you and give you a blister. It's very painful. Do not touch this here. About your handle pointing up is when it really gets hot. So if you follow your handle right here, straight up, this area and beyond is going to be your hottest area. So this right here, this to here, is going to be okay to touch. If you touch it, you're probably not going to get burned that badly. This point here to here, if you touch it, it's going to hurt. This point right here, if you touch it, it's going to hurt a lot. Such as some safety tips. Safety tip number 2. Always make sure you have a stand for your hot glue gun. Do not let your hot glue gun sit on a table like that. That's not the proper way of letting a hot glue gun sit. Don't let it sit like that. Don't let it sit upside down. Don't let it sit hanging, especially when it's on, because you can totally burn someone with this. Don't let it sit like this on the tip. Make sure you have it sit. If you have a stand on here like mine, flip it down, and you can presumably set it down like that. And just let it sit up. Another good thing to have is a piece of cardboard or plastic that you can let your hot glue gun run off of. When you initially turn your hot glue gun, it tends to let a little bit of hot glue drip onto the surface. If you're on a table, you're going to want to have it sit on there. So that's a good thing to have. So let's get into it. The way you're going to want to buy certain types of hot glue sticks. Some hot glue guns have very small hot glue sticks. Some, like this one, have these standard size hot glue sticks. And others you can buy hot glue sticks that are about 3 times as long as these. So it's really dangling out the end. If you want to buy long hot glue sticks, you can buy those at Michaels, and I'll link those down in the description. And I'll link these in the description as well. These I find have been the best to use, as they're just the right size. And the way that you put them in is you're going to find this little hole back, take the hot glue stick, and just slide in as far as it will go. Do not force it in. that's not how you insert it. You insert it as far as it will go until it stops by itself. When you first buy a hot glue gun, it will probably slide all the way in here, and you're probably going to have to buy a second one. As you can see, this hot glue stick that's at the end right now is not fully in. The hot glue stick will run right like this until it hits this tip right here. After it hits that tip, it starts running out the front of it and becomes the very thin line of hot glue that we know and love. So just keep that in mind. The way that this mechanism works is as you pull the handle, a piece of plastic moves right there, and it pushes the hot glue forward. So you can see right there, it moves it forward. On the inside as well, you can see a little piece of plastic that picks up and grips onto that hot glue that pushes it forward. If you do not have a piece of hot glue sticking out the end, no hot glue will come out. This is a good way of making sure that if you're in a public environment, that no one can go around and start hot gluing things. If you have small children, that's also a good way of just taking out the hot glue stick, then no hot glue will come out. So, inserting the hot glue stick, just slide it in, just like so, and that's ready to go. Now, another thing, when you first buy your hot glue gun, or throughout the life of your hot glue gun should work forever. I had a Shore-Burner Bonder hot glue gun from my mom back when she was in college. So, and it still works. Like, you can turn it on, it will still melt hot glue. So these are quality hot glue guns. So, another thing, do not squeeze this handle with hot glue in here when it is not hot. You will break your hot glue gun doing that. There's a spring mechanism inside here that if you pull this and it's not hot here, it's not been plugged in, you will break it. If you ever want to see if your hot glue is ready to go, pull it slightly forward about to this point and see if any comes out. You can see that mine did come out because it's ready to go. Or you can take a standard glue stick and stick it to the end and see if it melts at all. It will begin to melt right before it's about ready to go. A standard glue gun should take 5 minutes to heat up fully. If it's taking longer than that, you need to return it and get a different model because it's not heating up correctly. Other hot glue guns will have right in this space a low and high mode on there. The low mode just means that it's not going to heat up as much as the high mode. You probably want to stay away from those ones. I believe that Shore-Bonder does make hot glue guns that have a low-high mode on them, but I just stay away from those because you're never going to want to use the low mode for whatever reason. You're always going to want your hot glue to flow out. You can see right here, I'm going to get my plastic card again. My hot glue flows out of my gun like caramel. If your hot glue is not flowing out of your gun like this, you have a problem. Your hot glue should flow out of your gun. If it doesn't, you have gotten the wrong hot glue gun and you need to take it back to the store. So just keep that in mind. Another thing, you're going to want to plug this directly into an extension cord or directly into a wall or into a power strip. Do not plug these things into timers. A timer, I have found that they don't work as well with timers because the voltage is off a little bit, and I found that they don't work with power banks. So if you have a power bank that has an AV plug in it, don't use it for that. So always plug this into something that's directly connected to your central power line. Otherwise, I'm sure you'll be fine with a power bank, but I wouldn't suggest doing it. These things require a fair amount of power to continuously heat them. And so that's about it. As always, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have any questions or comments, make sure you leave those in the towel section down below. And I'll see you again next time. Bye.